quick little shot. Everything packed in here, clamps, piping, and exhaust tips. And BRP exhaust will go in the car here shortly. Welcome back to the channel, everyone, for another video. And in today's video, I'm taking the car out a little bit, kind of just driving it a little more than I do every week. And in today's video, as you can hear the exhaust note, today's video pertains to the part that I got for the car, so we're going to talk about that. But the first part of this video, what I want to get into, everybody's discussed, everyone that has like a YouTube channel that owns a SN95 or a New Edge Mustang has probably made this video, so I'm going to go ahead and make mine. In today's video, we're going to talk about the one mod that has been done to these cars, because these cars have been out, you know, on the market. And these cars have switched hands so many times, whether you own an SN95 or the SN95 New Edge version, which is what I have, the 99-04. The first mod that people usually do to these cars, even in the newer Mustangs, the S550s or the Coyotes, is they change the exhaust, because the factory exhaust, let's be honest, the factory exhaust back then is definitely not where the exhaust is in today's market, I guess, from when you buy a factory Mustang, you know, right from the dealership. They now have the active exhaust where you can change it, and they started doing that, I believe, you know, the S550, it could have been sooner, I'm not sure, but the one that I reviewed, that 2018 back then, and I guess 2018, or it might have been 2017, that one was the first one that I ever messed with and drove that had active exhaust, and there is exhaust clips on that video to show that, and it sounds really good. These, I think you had kind of 4 catalytic converters, and then the big ugly mufflers that did nothing. It sounded horrible. So that is it. Like, the first thing when you get these cars, my advice would be to change the exhaust. Whether you're doing full on like long tube headers, shorty headers, changing out the mid pipe, or just adding exhaust. And the exhaust in this video, as you heard, or that you're hearing now, is the Borla Stinger catback. It is probably my favorite exhaust. I've had quite a few different ones, from SLP to MagnaFlow to Flowmaster and Borla. To me, Flowmaster is probably the most iconic sound for these cars, but the Borla sound really good as well. Definitely paired up with a good set of long tubes and a good mid pipe. So, as you can see in the title of this video, I went ahead and ordered the MBRP exhaust. And if you have a 2-valve 99-04 Mustang GT or just a 03 or 04 Mach 1, this exhaust does fit your car as well, being the MBRP. So I've heard a couple clips on YouTube. There isn't a lot out there, and that's basically why I'm making this video. The only couple videos that you can really hear anything is LMR has one, and I think it was CJ Pody Parts. They went ahead and put a MBRP catback exhaust on their project cars, the cars that they did the video. I liked it enough to where I was like, that's the exhaust I want to switch everything up with in the car, instead of doing something I've already done. Now, it's probably going to sound pretty similar to the Borla, but the reason I went ahead and just bought an entire new catback was because we're going to change up the rear bumper. We're going to keep the Cobra bumper, but the reason I'll explain in a minute once I can park it and get out of the car. But if you're new to the channel, you've seen on this car that this car has quad tips. Now, those are custom from Mustang Mods. I don't know if they're still around, but they are the GT500 quad tips, and not a lot of people have those. Even on the internet, back when I saw before I even had them, I had the Borla exhaust tips, so we basically custom made this Borla catback to fit with this rear bumper. We had to trim the plastic trim on the bumper as well for it to work. So I'm trying to like get away from that at that point. So you know, it's been a long time since we kind of just had, you know, the single tip exhaust and everything on this car. So that's what we're doing. So I'm definitely hoping the MBRP, you know, sounds pretty good. It sounded good in the videos, and somebody, I think 1 or 2 people had, like, you know, that weren't sponsored or sponsored videos that sell you it, had close enough exhaust note, you know, long tube headers and a mid pipe with this instead of like the factory headers and all that. So that's what swayed me to go ahead and, you know, jump on it, jump on the bandwagon, go ahead and purchase it. I've talked to the people at MVRP at Mustang Week last year, and it kind of got me to stick with it. So we're gonna hop out of the car real quick and go ahead and show you what we're doing. All right, guys, as you can see, a lot of people love this look, definitely for the new heads, the rear Cobra bumpers, but this bumper has kind of been through it. As you can see, it's been chipped, scratched, all that wonderful stuff, so it has to be repainted anyways. That is the reason kind of why we're going to reset, I guess, like the clock on this. And these are the quad tips, and you can already see in the video where it's basically been trimmed for that. So I think it just wouldn't fit right without the extra part of the plastic there that's been trimmed. So kind of getting under the car, you can see the quad tip. And this setup we have right here. So I'm hoping the exhaust doesn't hang real low either, is another reason that I was pretty much sold on it. And it's got the 3.5-inch exhaust tips, which I like what the Borla had. I think they either had the 3.5 or 4 before we cut them off and put the quad tips on. So I'm really excited for the new look, and it's kind of prompted me to do a little more to the car, kind of get more involved with the car again to get this thing going, looking like it used to. So I'm definitely, the exhaust has already arrived, so I'm definitely happy with the purchase, and the packet and all that was good. So, MVRP has a pretty big, hold on the aftermarket world in the S550, so I can't imagine that they're like horrible or something like that. So that is a plan for this, and that's what we're gonna do. And I will definitely make a video of the sound, of course, and I might try to make a video of kind of going through the process of just installing it to let you guys know, to get some feedback if you're on the fence about buying a new catback and you've seen the MVRP, but you guys don't know really anything about it. So I'll kind of be like the test meal for that and let you guys know. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I appreciate every single one of you stopping by for this not as long video, but a little update on the Mustang and what's going on. So I will catch you guys later. Have a good one.